Hey everybody, I'm Crow. Welcome back to Dark Souls 2, Scholar of the First Sin. There's a whole bunch of people over there, as you can see by the bodies. And down there and over and on top of the building and stuff. You can go all super sniper desperado on them and kill them all before they can really get a good angle at you. And there's a guy down there. And there's one inside there. But you kill all those guys. Hop down here. There might still be a few stragglers. And you pick up the hollow infantry boots that one guy dropped. That probably won't happen. And you get back up top, and what you do is you end up jumping over there. There's also a person down here that I think we did not kill. Should be right beneath us. Maybe they ran out or something? I don't know. Snipe the person inside there. We're just doing this to wrap up real quick. Before... Yeah, I'll grab this. It was just a torch. Run, hop down real quick. I didn't remember what it was. And it's best to show everything if I can. At least all of the potentially important or on-the-way things. Obviously, we're not going to get every item in the game. That'd take forever. Hooray! That leads over there. Okay, that's fine. What you do now is you jump from the roof of this house over there. There's a Titanite shard over there in the corner. There should be someone else over here, I think, or did I get them too? No, maybe they moved. Something broken over there. And it's pretty hard, but you can actually get killed by that boulder. As slow-moving as it is. I actually think that it was slower in Dark Souls 2. And Scholar of the First Sin, they made it faster. Because if I had kept moving, I guess it would have gotten me, but you hear the ooh-ah of somebody dying. And the grinding of the boulder. Amber herb? Amber herb. And now you come over here, and you talk to our map person.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was just daydreaming, I think. My name is Kale. I'm a traveler, like yourself. I'm navigating the continent to create a map.
I don't like how we look gross. I do like that our health goes down by 10% each time, though, instead of all at once. Now we look glorious again. I love the stash.
Why cartography, you ask? Well, that's a good question. When I first came to this forsaken land, it was... a curse? Something about a curse? How embarrassing. I seem to have lost my focus. But I do know one thing for certain. I have always been very fond of maps.
I always wondered, like, is it supposed to look like he's drawing on something? Because if so, I really feel like they should have given him a piece of paper. It always looked to me like he was just playing with rocks, or like digging through them looking for something. And I'm like, what part of being a cartographer is playing with rocks? And those gestures that he's making aren't gestures that I associate with writing.
I came to this land
or drawing, rather.
ago. Drangleic, the Lost Kingdom. It sounded so romantic. Have you seen Majula? Oh, there's a rather spacious mansion there. I've made it my temporary home. Well, as something of a squatter, I'm afraid.
We're probably going to kill Kale later. Not because he's a bad guy or deserves it or anything, but because we can get some pretty dope wizard transmog.
Inside the mansion, I found a strange map, like none I'd ever seen. I believe that it's a map of Drangleic. Now I'm traveling the land to prove it. Yes, that's it. That's why I came to the kingdom. Wait, no, that wasn't it. Then what? I don't seem to recall. Were you looking for that map? Wonderful. Then you're fascinated by maps, just like me. Shame on you. You should have told me before. Here, take this. A key to the mansion.
The house key. This is the key to the House of Majula.
What a joy to meet a kindred spirit out here.
And then you talk to him one more time to actually get him to go back to the house. I mean, if we didn't, we'd have to come out here to kill him.
Incredible, really, isn't it? Such a map to be chiseled in stone. Oh, but one thing. I would not venture deep into the mansion. Now, I can't be certain, but I've heard disturbing noises. Something about it feels wrong. Just be careful, please.
There's a skeleton down there for every new game that you're on. When you play the game the first time, it's new game. When you beat the game and it starts over, it's new game plus, all the way up through new game plus 7. Depending upon what new game you're on, there's a skeleton down there for it. So new game plus plus, there should be 3 skeletons.
I'll be back in Majula soon. Perhaps we will meet again and discuss maps at our leisure.
I'm not sure that talking to him this last time was required. Either way, we get back out of here. Was there a way for me to get back? No, I think we're going to have to go around. I might have botched that and have to jump down there. It's fine. There's a Titanite shard down there, and while I have pretty much no use for it at the moment, I would still like to get it for the sake of getting it. And to show you guys that it's actually what? Okay, well he's having some kind of disco dance party as he falls down here. And we're going to jump right here. And from here, I believe this jump is pointless, but we can jump into here. Which lets us jump down here, and this is slightly less damage taken from the fall. Assuming we took any damage there at all. But you drop down there, and you get a Titanite shard. And you see that there's another side there, and a whole new area that we're probably not going to go to for quite a while. Because I don't think there's really a reason to go there. You get a PvP item. The seed of a something and a lost giant something. It makes it so that whenever you invade a world, basically, or you use it if someone invades you, the enemies of the world turn hostile towards the invader, where normally they would help the invader. And now we are going to do something that I will probably lose. Do not get your hopes up high. I usually win this, but I've only ever done one bow run before this, and I don't think I won on that bow run. If I had a greatsword, we could have some super cool stuff going on here, but he's probably going to kill us. With a giant eagle. He flies from the sky. The Pursuer is one of my favorite boss fights. And now we die. Roll towards the sword. Keep your stamina up, you have to be able to go. That is thankfully his easiest to dodge move. Roll and back once more. That's roll through, he's going to use the shield, but not the follow-up. Oh, I did it too soon. I shouldn't have used Estus, I should have used the life gem. Estus is for the serious stuff. As you can tell, though, he is a boss, quite literally. And he's heavily armored, as evidenced by his heavily armoredness. So, yeah, it's going to take a while. Assuming we actually get to beat him anyway. I'm probably going to get right before the end and then just get taken out anyway. You know, I've always rolled through him because I had a melee weapon, but rolling away from him might actually also work. That would have helped the last time I tried this. Such a difference. The extra 35 damage on that. It adds up quite a bit, even though it is reduced. No. It's less epic when I'm rolling away from him, I promise. When you roll under his sword and then hit him in the back and then roll under him and you're just flying all over and he's going crazy and stuff, it's pretty crazy. But when you're just kind of walking backwards, I could see how this wouldn't be reflective of a very interesting boss fight, where you're like, wow, that's something that could be one of my favorite fights in the game. I'm just saying I appreciate it. But, you know what? Well, if you guys want to see me play more of this, outside of the bow run, because this is the one that takes a lot of time, I would want to cut things out of to show properly. We want to do an Ultra Greatsword run, or a Katana run, or just something. Then I could stream that, and we could do that again. And I could actually roll under his attacks and stuff. Whoop! Adaptability also makes it so that you use items faster, I believe. So you can actually drink Estus faster and stuff. So had I even more adaptability, we could have actually dodged that. Huh. I do believe he gets a darkness attack, since this is Scholar of the First Sin, so whenever he gets low, he should start doing other things. They also added a lot more pursuers, so there is actually... This is not the last we will see of this guy. In fact, there is a room where you have to fight 2 of them. Do the blue thing. Yes, perfect. Exactly what I wanted. The blue thing... Whenever he uses the blue thing, is the best time to heal on this fight, whether you're melee or otherwise. I remember this fight being not great as a caster either. I feel like this arena, as it is much more wide open, is a lot better to fight him in than the other one. So if you're going to beat him, it's probably going to be here. Unless you summon, of course, because one person can get on the ballista thing and then just shoot him. And if you shoot him twice, I think, or maybe it's just once, it kills him. No. Roll. I'm kind of disappointed. I just, like... Not in the fight, because, I mean, I will always like this. I wanted to show you guys something really cool, and I'm just kind of walking away from him. I mean, I realize he's hit me a few times, but I'm also kind of talking, so... Stuff happens. Yeah, you're gonna hit me, but I'm probably gonna heal through that. As long as your health doesn't hit full, the life gem will keep healing you to the full duration. Roll! I believe... I don't remember if it's better to stay on the side with the sword or with the shield. I think it might actually be the sword, because when you roll through it, you go through there faster. And sometimes, if you go through him, he'll actually turn, and his sword can actually go all the way around and hit you twice. I know some enemies do that. I don't know if he did. As I said, I am quite out of practice. He's getting faster. And I'm getting stupider with the life gems. Unfortunately, Lennegrass does not have an unlimited supply of iron arrows until later, I think. I think that sword actually curses you if it hits you when it's blue. Not fun. Okay. Aren't you gonna do something else? I know he shoots like spooky ghost stuff. Do the spooky ghost stuff. From a backed out view, this looks so telegraphed and just... I heard a lot of people hate this guy, but I don't know. Just up-close fights where you dodge under a big telegraph weapon. I don't know. Sir Alon is a fight that I like more, actually. And if you beat Sir Alon without ever taking a hit, he does something really cool that I've never been able to get him to do. Because I always get hit, and not just because I'm talking. Those times I get hit because I'm bad. But the atmosphere and everything, it's just great. You're dead now. And then these guys show up, and you roll the hell out of here, and you use your life gems. What are you doing? He was holding up the bow like, what? These guys were laying down on the floor in there while we were fighting the pursuer. And they jump up to kill you when you win. Or if you lose, they're up there anyway. But as you just shown, the pursuer's not a hard boss. But it is a fun one in my opinion. This was a little less fun. Actually, I don't know. He still hit us a few times. I still think it's a neat boss fight. I still like the ambience of this. Like, look at where we're standing right now. On this big, like in an abandoned kingdom. Near a big crushed bridge and stuff. You climb up here, the ramparts and everything are all destroyed. And this giant knight, holding onto the foot of a giant eagle, flies in from the sky. I mean, it's just something. Definitely something. That's like a torch. And an Estus flash shard. And a repair powder. Anyway, next time we're going to head out to the mansion directly behind us and clear that out, upgrade our Estus a bit, and then we're going to head out to Hades Tower of Flame. There's not actually a reason for us to go out there other than the sake of killing more bosses, because you only have to go one direction to get to the Lost Bastille. Or the... I think that's what it's called? I don't remember too terribly well, but we're going to go out there, we're going to get more bosses. I'm going to do some more cool stuff. Thank you guys very much for watching. I hope you liked it. Later, everybody.